Okay, so here's what happened. I was building a design system, atoms done, molecules done, and some of the organisms were also done. And the first phase of the implementation was looking solid. But then I hit a wall. I realized that the name I have given to my tokens in the variables, or maybe as the style tokens, were not good. I mean, they were kind of wrong. Not in the terms of a design system language, but in the terms of an AI tool. Now you must be questioning that why should I care about the AI now? And that is something where most of the designers are not thinking, but you should, because right now the way things are moving, your design system is not going to be used by the humans, or you can say the developers. These systems are going to be used by the AI tools, or you can say AI IDEs. So those who don't know about what is AI IDE, so these are some vibe coded tools, or you can say some coding softwares that are using the AI models. For an example, Google's Anti-Gravity, Cursor, Windsurf, and some more. So these tools and agents are building UI, and they are going to use your design system to build the UIs. And if your token structure is inconsistent, or you can say too much human, then AI will not be able to read them properly. So we can say your design system will be useless to the future products. So then I started renaming my tokens in the variables and as well as the styles to the new one that AI can easily read. And that's where the real problem started. So the moment I started renaming my tokens from the old structure to the new structure, everything was gone. Everything was ghosted and disconnected. The values were the same, the design was also the same, but the name has been changed. So Figma just read the name of the tokens. If the name of the token you have already used is not available in the system, it basically shows it as a ghosted token, something like this. So this is a clear indication of the broken mapping. So the solution to this problem was that I have to come to every single component, the molecule or the organisms. I have to select them. I have to detach the ghosted variables and then again map it to the new tokens. And that was a manual repetitive process. And do you know how long it could take me to update all the components out there? Probably days, you can say, just to update the tokens. So instead of doing it manually, I built a plugin. Okay, so before we get into this video is being recorded by the Drishti Studio. And honestly, I can tell you this is the reason that I can put all this together so cleanly. It is a Mac application that you guys can use to record your screens, your camera, and you can edit everything within the software. You can move the position of your camera during the editing as well. It have a auto generation captions feature as well. You can add your custom backgrounds that makes it more reliable. So if you are a creator who is looking for a screen recorder that comes in the budget and you also hate to jump between different tools, then this is the right tool for you. So link is in the description. Go and check it out. So as you can see here, so basically what is happening here is if I select, let's say, this text as well, right? So this text is not having any kind of typography aligned and not even the colors as well. And if I select this particular container, so we select this, so we have some gaps in the paddings over there, but again, those are also not aligned with the, you can see, the variables or the mappings over there, right? But I have all these defined in my design system. So you can see, just for an example, what I have here is I have the container heading, I have the KPI number, and I have the user names as the typography in the style tokens. Now, if I go to the variables, so you can see I have a yellow color, blue color, green, text color, and spacing and the gaps as well, right? Now, all these things are not mapped. Let me show you. If I select the main frame, if I go to this and if I expand the selection colors, as you can see, all the 26 colors are there, but nothing is mapped on the right hand side, right? So now let me open my plugin, that is Token Fixer Buddy. All right, this one. So now, as you can see, I have two options. One is I can select the selection I have made in the Figma, or I can scan the entire page. Just make sure that if you're gonna click on the scan entire page, so it's gonna take a long time if you have so many frames over there. So better you can only do a selection scan over there. So I have selected only main frame over there from the behind, and then I click on this scan selection button. Now here's the thing. So it is asking me from where I should try to map the tokens over there. So in the variables, I have only one collection, that is collection 1. And in the textiles, I have multiple groups over there. Now, these are the different groups I can select, but if let's say these things are inside a folder, I can select all of them and I can say add a new folder, and I can say it my typo, something, whatever you want to call it, right? So now all these are under one group. Now if I again go back to my plugin, I click here, this gets loaded. Now if I select the main, I scan the selection, now you can see my typo, only one kind of group over there. So yeah, that works. So you can select that and select this one, and if I click on scan with selected, so it's gonna take a little bit time and then it's gonna show you all the things. So it is suggesting you the mappings, what you can do, right? So it is saying that there are 83 layers that is having 00000, that is black color, and it can be applied to a new variable that we have already defined, is text. Then this is the blue color. Then there is this particular typography that can be mapped to the KPI number as it is showing, and it is going to be applied to the 5 different layers. So it have everything. Or what you can do, you can specifically go to the colors. If you only want to map the colors, you can go to the typography. If you have the icons, you can do that as well. The spacings over there and the border radius as well. Spacing is also, it is mapping something to over there. Now, if let's say I want to select all, I can click on this button, or I can select some of them. And at the bottom, you can see there are 129 layers that is going to be get mapped. Now, before I click on the map button, let me show you on the right hand side. I again expand it, and you can see all the colors are not mapped, right? And not even the spacing and the typography I showed you for these, some of the things over there. Now I click on the 129 layers and it's gonna map it one by one. You can also see it on the right hand side of the colors. Yeah, done. So 129 layers has been mapped. Now let me show you. So the colors you have already seen, the text, blue, green, yellow, these are mapped. Now let me check this KPI number. Yeah, so this is mapped. My typo KPI number, this is automatically mapped. Now let's check the spacings. I select this and you can see spacings are also mapped to the variables. This is the 12, 12 and the gap 10. That is automatically mapped over there. Even if I check this as well, let's say this is my type of container heading, and then this color, again, this is a yellow color. So yeah, this is how basically you can use the token buddy to map your tokens from the design system to the designs directly. 15 days to build something that saves hour in the work. And now any designer on my team or the designer who is using this plugin doesn't have to go through what I went through. So this was an example of how it looks like going through the AI in your design process, not just prompting to any GPT tool. So yeah, if you also want to try the token buddy, the link is in the description. You can try that. And I would love your feedback in the comment section at this video and as well as in the plugin. If you like the content, then do like this video, and if you're new to the channel, then subscribe to What the UX. Till then, bye bye, see you in the next video.